So, you're thinking about going full time. Well, we got some good news. There are some amazing things for you guys that we're going to share with you. So basically, we've compiled a list of 10 reasons why you should do everything you can, I mean everything, to get out on the road, because we got 10 amazing reasons why you should do it. Right?
10.
10.
And there's lots more than this, I'm sure. Okay, number 1. See places you would never see on vacation.
Ooh, I like this one.
This is his favorite.
This is one of my favorite ones. So I love going to those places that you would not normally go to, because if you were living a normal lifestyle, when your vacation time comes around, you are going to pick specific spots that you've heard of, number one, and that you maybe are more popular. And so some of my favorite places are we stop somewhere because we're tired and then we want to go explore a little bit, and we just find some amazing stuff that you would never hear of, or maybe you just come across like a festival or something that happens to be going on right there and you just had no idea. And so you end up doing things and going places you would never do unless you were living this lifestyle.
Yeah, or even like just recently we went to Priest Lake. You guys got to check out our YouTube video on that place, because we went to go.
Great example of that.
Yeah, we were going to Coeur d'Alene, and we had a couple of extra days, so we were looking around. What else is in the area? And Logan found Priest Lake.
Yeah, I saw the map on the lake, and I started looking around, and we decided to go up there because we had time, and it blew us away. And that's why you should check out the video. But yeah, great example. Finding things, going places you couldn't unless you were full-time living the life.
Yep. Number 2. Tons of family time outside of suburbia.
Loads and loads of family time. I mean, you're so close to each other, you have to have family time.
But also, one other thing is, you don't have all the sports, you don't have all of the... I mean, before, when we lived in a house, we literally were spending... Most of our kids' time was spent in school, and then they were going to all their sports or their gymnastics or whatever other activities. We had church activities, so all kinds of things that our kids were involved in. Yep. And so we definitely have a lot more time with them.
Definitely seemed like other people were spending more time with our kids than we were. So 8 hours a day with your school teacher, and then 2 hours with your sports coach, and then maybe an hour in the evening with the family. So you get way more on the road, way more adventure together. I mean, obviously, there's just
and
way
two,
more
I'm going to be honest, at first this can be hard. At first you can be like, well, like I don't want
maybe
to be
it's
with
too
my
much.
kid
Not used to
8 hours a day. Yeah. But I think that your kids get more used to you and you get more used to them, and then your relationship becomes a lot better. Right. At least that's my experience. Mm-hmm. I feel like my kids are a lot more endeared to me now than they were before, just because I have more time for them to be present with them. So
yeah. Number 3, building close relationship with your kids.
No, your kids building close relationships with each other. We just
kids building close relationships with each other.
Yeah, because same back when we lived in our home as well. Our kids they would have their friend over and they didn't want to play with each other, that's true. So our kids now, we watch them, over in the corner talking to each other about their goals or their dreams or just fun conversations and things that playing together. So
yeah, and sometimes they're the only ones they have to because there's no one else around. But it's definitely a bonus that they're playing together, spending time together, because they're gonna be family forever, right? So we want to make sure we got some good relationships there.
Yes.
What do we got?
Number 4, meeting new people from all over.
Yes. We love a lot of we've met so many cool people on the road. And it's just so fun when you have something in common with someone right away. You're like, oh, you full-time travel too? That's great. And then you guys just share experiences, talk about what you can do to, what places you should see, ideas about the trailer or whatever. And and then you just stay in touch, usually over social media of some kind. And then when you run into each other again, it's kind of like a big reunion. So
yeah, they have a full-time families on Facebook, so you can actually connect with families on Facebook as well. You can get somewhere and then say, hey, I'm in this location, is anyone close by? So that's cool. It's really cool to meet people that are from everywhere, that have all different walks of life and that are out adventuring just like you are. So we love that.
Yep.
5.
Oh boy. Okay. Out of your comfort zone, forced growth to do it to live. Okay, so basically, she wrote these notes here. So basically living.
Oh wow.
Oh boy. You better read your notes.
Yeah.
So getting out of your comfort zone, now a lot of people is going to look at that as not a good thing. But obviously it is a good thing as well, because it's going to help you to grow, to be better, to have knowledge and experience that you didn't have before. So for us, stepping out into this lifestyle was definitely outside our comfort zone. Pulling a trailer, for me, was like terrifying.
Well, he started with a 41-foot trailer.
Hey, Logan, how about we start with a 41-foot trailer, and you can't even back something up yet. You know what I mean? It's kind of, so getting me out of the comfort zone, it just helps you in the long run be a better person overall. So we think that's a bonus. And so sometimes people just stay in their little comfort zones and never really grow or expand.
Well, I think that's actually a huge thing. Anyone thinking about doing this, that's probably exactly what's stopping you. There's some kind of fear, like, oh my gosh, if I do that, what's going to happen? Like, what if I can't make it like that? What if this? What if that? Yeah. And so, getting outside that comfort zone and it's just like having that faith to bust through that fear.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the whole idea of doing this is totally out of 99% of people's comfort zones. So
for a lot of good reasons.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reasons, but it's pushed us out of our comfort zone and it's made us do things and grow in so many ways. It's just been awesome.
And our kids too I think that's actually coming up.
Okay, what do we got next?
Yep, that is next. Number 6. It builds resilient, adaptive, and easygoing children. And so we've seen a huge change in our children over the last year. Just them being more, our kids just are so adaptable. They can be up late or go wherever. And
there's no schedule.
Yeah.
They just roll with the punches. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and they're just, resilient too. They just have so much more, I feel like, strength than they used to, like meeting new people, being in situations they haven't normally been in, all these kinds of things. So I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 7.
7? Amazing experiences. Well, that's a given, right? That's kind of one of the main reasons why we want to set out, is just to be able to do things and see things and really do more you can do more in a short period of time than people do in their entire life. A lot of people are they may, maybe when they retire, they'll get out and be able to do a lot of this stuff. But man, we've been out over a year, and in that year's time, we've seen,
35, we've been to over 35 states.
Over 35 states, and so many experiences and pictures and opportunity. Wow, it's just blows my mind when I kind of scroll through our social media. I'm like, holy cow, we've been to so many cool places and memories, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Number 8, make instant friends that are closer. This is something that, when you're out on the road, it's so cool because right when you meet somebody, your guard is way, way down. Like, I think when you meet a neighbor that you're going to live by for the next 10 years or 20 years or however long, you're kind of like, oh, what if they don't like me? Or you hold back a little bit, I think, or you also think like, what if they're nosy or what if they're like this? And so you kind of hold back, whereas, you can move the next day if you want to. You have people, you just meet them and you can just let your guard down and just be who you are. And it's cool because you actually kind of can, if you want to travel with someone, you can meet someone and travel with them. But if you want to move on, you can move on. It's just a really, I love how instantly people just have their guard down and you really feel like you get to know people. Like around the campfires that we've been to, people are just willing to share, be more vulnerable. And so you feel like you really get close friends quickly. So
yeah, it's been good. And easy conversation starters is always, because again, we have so much in common right off the bat. We're like, oh, tell me about your house here, or all the stuff that you've done, or what's that big tower deal you got on your trailer. It's just so easy to start conversations. So
yeah. And number 9, this was on our negative list as well. The 5 reasons you shouldn't go. So you might want to check that one out if you haven't yet.
It's a pro and a con.
Yeah. It's homeschool. initially homeschool was rough. We were like, I especially was like, what did we do?
Like, I don't want to do it. And you're like, well, I don't want to do it either.
And
They don't want to do it either.
So you have to find your groove with homeschooling. And I don't know, like now I think it's really cool because really within a couple of hours we can get the essentials done with the kids, like their math and their English, all their, language arts, things like that. And then our kids can focus on what they're really interested in, what they want to focus on. And so I feel like it gives our kids an opportunity to have more time doing the things that they love as well. And then also I feel like we've been able to connect more with our kids through homeschool than I thought. At first it was rough, so I didn't feel like that. And then as it progressed.
Well, there's so much learning too that kind of happens naturally. I mean, the fact that they're always, if I'm doing my work and my son Dallin's next to me and he's kind of just listening in or he's paying attention, I'll hear him say things about work-related things or editing things. I mean, he's just learning naturally by being around us more. And I think in some ways there's way more life skills that can be learned in a natural environment than in a unnatural environment of just a chair and a chalkboard or something like that.
Number 10. This one is the reason you should do it for sure. Even if you end up hating it and you decide to stop after a month, it's simplify. Just to get rid of all the garbage, all the accumulation of stuff that's in your house.
Oh man. Just just starting the process of like kind of getting ready to live in a small space is a good project. You will get rid of so much stuff you don't need and you will wonder why you have it. Because even living in a small space like we do now, I feel like there's stuff that we don't use or really need and we could get rid of more. Since you really don't need much stuff. And
and it feels so good, seriously.
Let it go, let it go.
Yeah, it's so true. It feels so good to just have less stuff, less clothes, less
let it
laundry.
go and come hang out with us on the road. Get rid of that junk.
Yeah, seriously. So, I hope you guys got something out of this. This is our top 10 reasons you should definitely go on the road.
Be sure to subscribe, help us build our YouTube channel, and we'll keep doing some videos like this and hopefully share some more of our adventures.
Yeah, if there's something you want us to do a video on too, let us know because we're here to serve.